here, concierge health advisor. Woo! Continuing on with the celebrity health series. Today, a little bit on a somber note. Posthumous. I'm not sure if posthumous means the actual person is supposed to be commenting, but anyway, after death of Shane Warne. This is not meant to be a hit piece. Somebody might take it as a hit piece, but just some commentary on what happens, some of the consequences of downstream health effects that people may suffer, experience based on their not really their decisions. A lot of our chronic health issues are unknowing, and we don't really know what we're doing. But I like to say that I do. Hence my service connected to this video, concierge health advisor. Check it out. You'll check the price, the price tags, and you'll think, nah. Well, hopefully you won't end up. Even just to say it, dying before your time. So many may know Shane Warne, particularly after cricket. Lose Hurley, and divorce, and his tie pad. Used to be a smoker, and he got busted for the whole drugs in sport thing. I've actually written a book on drugs in sport where I actually advocate allowing drugs in sport. Oh my goodness, how could you say that? Well, it's a concept challenge. The book's called Sport Unplugged. I last saw it on Book Depository. Anyway, so Shane Warne has died at the age of 52, certainly before his time. Only a decade earlier than the average elite sportsperson life expectancy. Insurance companies understand this. That's why they charge them more. No, not because they earn more. The real reality of sportsperson's income is about. This is an Olympian comparison. About $4,000 US, the average elite sports person earns per annum. So, the elite, the 1 or 2% that earn most of it, just like with, oh my goodness, the rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poorer type thing. Anyway, I won't go down that rabbit hole, but so that's just that sort of thing. So Shane Warne is a pinnacle. His stats are only second to Matthias Muralitharan, an icon of Australian sport, only second to Sir Don Bradman. Who knows if Shane Warne will get a knighthood? I don't think so. But in any event, just to continue with the insurance industry understands that elite sports people die at least a decade before the average couch-sitting, Cheeto-eating, Netflix-watching Westerner. They know it happens. They don't know why it happens. I know, and very few others know why it's happening. And here's my reluctant commentary about Shane Warne's health, the ultimate health demise, which is death. So I admired, Shane Warne's gumption, his determination, his stature, his mongrelness, they call it in Australia. He wasn't liked by many, but he was liked by many too, because he was a fierce competitor. Anyway, I just wanted to extend that. It's not meant to be a hit piece. It's inadvertently a promotion of what I'm flogging here. So, take that or leave it. So, the insurance companies know the outcome. Here's the cause. smoker, if there was 10 things that I was going to list, this is not prepared, it's just going to go, all right? So if there was 10 things, I'd put smoking number 8, 9 perhaps on the list. There's a lot of 80-year-olds that smoke, so all this built-in, you're going to die young with smoking and all that sort of thing. Okay, we get it. High chance of cancer, yada yada. Okay, we get it. You didn't die of cancer. Anyway. What spurred me on to, I haven't done Shane Warne as a celebrity commentary, celebrity health commentary thing. Google. There was a Google News thing. Shane Warne used diuretics and juicing and I even forget what the real substance of the article was. I admit I didn't read it, but many understand that do know that Shane Warne did struggle with his weight, and for many that understand know about some of my content, weight management concerns are a nutrient deficiency complex issue, particularly when it's accompanied with the obesity accompanied with he wasn't obese, but he did extreme acts, extreme methods, extreme strategies to keep his weight at bay, and many may recall his being busted for using diuretic. I got a diuretic off mum. Some may remember that in his latter years of cricket. Anyway, so he was on health kicks. He exercised a lot. He yo-yoed in his diet, and many will say, "Oh, that's not healthy yo-yoing." But yo-yoing is just you're just struggling. If you weren't yo-yoing, you'd be at a particular constant obese state, overweight state. So being overweight, I know personally, I've halved my body weight in the last couple of years, and I'm not going back as long as I keep on my. It's not keeping on. It's understanding what you need to be doing to get the micronutrients that you need. And usually, people that are struggling with their weight management, it's micronutrient deficiency issues, and the main markers, the main deficiencies that we are lacking, that the people that have weight management issues, is chromium, vanadium, zinc is the third tier, but they're only markers. If you go out and just buy those 3 minerals in a bottle, you may get 5%, 15% benefit. I don't know. It's a little bit complicated. There's a lot to consider individually. That's why I have those high efficacy packages on my website. What I'm trying to flog here, and because in a way we are all the same, but there's a few little tweaks that will really push up the efficacy, the outcomes in your health and weight management. So anyone that may be suffering from autoimmune diseases, chronic health issues, the whole metabolic complex, I'm your dude. So with Shane Warne, smoker, okay, we get it. Yo-yo, that indicates the markers of being nutrient deficient. So to eliminate those primary markers, the chromium, vanadium, zinc, you need to be taking all the essential micronutrients that we all require, that all vertebrates require, not just humans. But bears have particular needs, and dogs have particular nutrient needs. No. We've eliminated particularly in our production animals complex, our producing animals, we've eliminated birth defects and chronic diseases and that sort of thing, but we haven't done it with humans. No, it's not because we're different and we don't understand. It's because we refuse to. No, we don't understand. We're not capable of grasping that it's a micronutrient deficiency issue. Okay, so So with Shane Warne and all the other sportsmen, even high schoolers dropping dead. Keyshawn, 10-year-old kids, Sid's 2-year-old kids. Oh, mum, dad rolled on them in their sleep. What about those 10% that die in the car seat? All right, let's not start that if you're thinking that sort of thing. And yes, I'm jumping around in different concepts and thoughts, but they're all pretty much related because it's micronutrient deficiencies. Being a cricketer, a sportsman as a whole, but a cricketer, you're sweating like a pig for 6 hours a day in the usually blaring sun in the field, and when you're batting it's even worse because you got all this other crap on you and you're sweating like hell. When you sweat, you're losing nutrients, micronutrients. It's not just water and electrolytes that you're losing the vital micronutrients that could have ended up in your bloodstream and in your cells, but it exits out of your sweat and you go into further micronutrient deficiency and you die before your time. Oh, but how about Richie Benno? He lived into his 80s and it was sun exposure, or he could have lived into his going past 110. Okay, so Dean Jones, he died at age 59, probably same sort of thing, heart attack, cardiomyopathy heart attack, and that's usually a selenium deficiency issue. So who knows what exactly, God knowing that what Shane Warne died of. There's all this talk about, he took too much Viagra and all that sort of thing, blood pressure, bang, his heart burst, and shut up. So he was, he took it like being extreme in his fluid loss with his cricket playing days, being extreme in his exercise and diet restriction. When you diet restrict plus exercise, that's a double whammy of losing micronutrients. All right. Now I'm just thinking, he's around my age. Like I'm nearly 50. He died at age 52. And I was a semi-elite sort of sports person in my time. I'm sedentary now, and statistically, I was going to die in my early to mid 60s. I only had 15 years to live before I started to take health matters into my own hands. And supposedly, at some point, Shane Warne was doing great. He lost a lot of weight. He's looking great. He's dead. That sounds terrible to say like that, but diet restriction and the whole exercise complex, it works. We even know this. We have to put mice through calorie restriction to understand that calories in, calories out. Yeah, we get it, but not forever. You go into permanent, if you keep on trying to manage your weight, you go into permanent micronutrient deficiency and you just die. How many exercises? Oh, we got Arnold Schwarzenegger, he's in his mid-70s now. Sylvester Stallone. Who knows if they're going to get into their 90s or not. That'll be just pot luck. There's bodybuilders dying. There's whole YouTube videos about 40 elite bodybuilders dying in the last year, in their 30s, 40s, 20s even. So, yeah. We don't, if you, I know it's very counterintuitive to diet restrict and to exercise. It's very counterintuitive that it's leading to earlier death, or worse than the risk of smoking. Worse than the risk of smoking. How could you be saying that? Yeah, how could I be saying that? I'm not a registered nurse anymore, so I can say whatever I want regarding health. Oh, you'll be shadow banned and cancelled and whatever. then let's compare notes in 30 years if I'm still able to be looked up, right? So, yes, I went around in a few little circles, but what I really wanted to say about the risks of calorie restriction, being a sports person, all right, I get it. Calorie restriction and exercise and being an elite sportsman, yeah, you can die before your time. Okay. Yes, you know Roger Bannister. Did he reach his 90s? But he was only active, like really active as an elite sportsman in the 50s, like for a couple of years. If you're active at the elite level for 20 years, sweating like a pig in the middle of summer out there, you're losing the vital micronutrients, in particular minerals that we need. We need those minerals in our cells to be able to absorb the vitamins, the amino acids and the essential fatty acids that we require to ward off chronic disease and early death. So there you go. I used Shane Warne's name to flog my stuff. Sorry for that, but that is what it is. My condolences for the whole, for those connected with Shane Warne and those that are sympathetic of his outcome. Yes, I do have sympathy, even though this is coming out callously, perhaps. I don't know, but that's where it's at. He showed early, like in his when he was a teenager and beyond, for the next 20 and 30 years after that, yo-yoing. That means gluten intolerance, the ability to absorb micronutrients was always a factor. Being an elite sportsman, being in the sun, sweating like a pig all day, they're playing 10 tests a year plus all the other cricket and all the other training, right? And cricketers are dying young all the time. So there you go, and it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. You might get even younger deaths out of cricketers playing all that cricket. There's even more cricket than they used to play before. They used to only play, like decades ago, 5 tests a year. Now they're doing 10 and 12 tests a year. And that's test match wise, never mind all the other cricket. There's 4 forms of cricket out there. So anyway, this is going a bit too long. I get it. That was Shane Warne's turn as part of the Celebrity Health series. So if you're juicing and using diuretics, extreme exercise, extreme calorie restriction, you've got more risk built up than smoking. How could I be saying that? Exercise and diet restriction is good. No, it's not. No, it's not. Question people in their 90s and centenarians. See what their diet was like throughout their life, and you'll get some sort of picture that not many were active for several decades as elite sports people. Anyway, just a few insights. Yes, I used Shane Warne today, but there it is. Until next time, bye for now.